Hello everyone, we're here at World Hydrogen Week, organized by World Hydrogen Leaders, now part of S&P Global Commodity Insights. My name is Pantazopoulou, I'm a hydrogen analyst with S&P, and I'm very happy to have here today Matthias Ziebell. Nice to meet you.
Yes, Anna, hi. Good to be here. Thanks for the interview, I'm looking forward.
Lovely. So Matthias, I know Bosch is a key figure in the energy transition. Can you please elaborate for those who may not know the different parts of the hydrogen value chain that you're involved in?
Yeah, big question, but I tried to find a short answer. Yeah. So Bosch is a approximately 90 billion turnover enterprise, worldwide company. And within the value chain of technology and services needed along the hydrogen business, we cover several parts. So maybe let's start with the production. On the production side, we have the electrolyzer technology, especially for green hydrogen. So we have the PEM electrolyzer technology, and also we have some activities in the SOEC electrolyzer technology. Then moving forward, maybe from the transportation or the usage of hydrogen, we have activities in the compressor, so up to more than 700 bars to fill in vehicles, commercial vehicles or passenger cars. This is from our division Bosch Rexroth. Then in between we have some sensor activities because when you have a hydrogen technology, there is hydrogen sensors necessary. And from the usage of hydrogen, we have activities, for example, for commercial vehicles. So we do the PEM stack and the whole system for commercial vehicles, also injection system. So if you have a combustion engine, the injection system. And then we have the SOFC, solid oxide fuel cell, which is converting hydrogen or natural gas, so whatever you have, to electricity. So yeah, these are some examples where Bosch, from the production of green hydrogen to the usage of hydrogen, has a lot of activities. One thing I would like to mention also, Bosch is also active in the boiler business. So for family homes, but also commercial boilers up to 40 megawatts. And these boilers also can run with hydrogen.
Okay, fantastic. So a very, very comprehensive role in the hydrogen value chain. I would like to focus a little bit on the electrolyzer side. So how did this business transform, especially with PEM electrolyzers? So can you tell me a bit more, please?
Okay, that's a very good question. Thank you. So at the end, Bosch started the PEM fuel cell activities for commercial vehicles. Maybe 2016, 2017, and some activities before on our corporate research. So we gained some experience, and we have more than 1,500 commercial vehicles with PEM fuel cells running on the road. And then we made the decision that based on that knowledge we have, that competencies in the team, in production, in R&D, in the industrialization, in sales, in product management, we made a study if we could enter the PEM electrolyzer market because technology is similar. Yeah, in Bosch we are doing studies, and this was covered by also our top management. They want to support more hydrogen technologies in the Bosch group. And then there was a decision made that initially, as said, we started with a PEM fuel cell technology and then transformed also in the PEM electrolyzer technology.
Thank you very much. That was very interesting. So I think on the production front, in the past year, we've seen a shift from the first generation of projects, targeting more pilot demonstration and commercial viability. Now we're moving to the second generation that are really targeting ramp up and increased scalability. So what lessons do you think players like yourself have learned from this? And especially if you could touch on the PEM electrolysis side, because obviously there's the competition with the alkaline electrolyzer technology as well.
So big question, I try to answer. Initially, I would say, yes, you are right. There are two phases. Let's say mainly in Europe, yeah. Maybe some other countries, they are already in stage one or they enter stage one. But let's talk about Europe. Yeah, you're right. So in stage one, a lot of small pilot projects had been done, had been supported by funding. Some partnerships had been established between for example, suppliers of stacks with the integrators, and also on the supplier side. And I think the biggest learning, what I can tell you from the PEM electrolyzer, I felt are two things. The main thing, I think, was the understanding of the technology and of the business environment within everyone working in this business, including the top management. So for a lot of companies, it was quite new. It's a new ecosystem, and you have to get used to it. You have to make decisions. You have to find the right people, and so on. So that was, I think, the main challenge. Yeah? The second challenge was, I think, to synchronize all the different partners you need. For Bosch, on the PEM electrolyzer technology, to synchronize with our partners on the supplier side. Yeah? So they need an understanding what we need, what our commercial needs, our technical needs, our timeline, and so on. Plus, on the other side, on the customer, on the integrator and partner side, to synchronize this value chain, that was one of the second biggest challenges, I think. Yeah.
Okay, so following from the production front, where do you think the cost savings will be seen in the next 5 years, for example, as we reach 2030?
I think the biggest challenge is, I think for all electrolyzer technologies, is it PEM electrolyzers or alkaline or SOEC or whatever you have at the market, is to ramp up the mass production. Yeah? Because we are talking about, I don't know, there are different studies out there, 150 gigawatt in 2030 up to 240. So it's a big demand on electrolyzers we need to bring out there. And for this, you need mass production for the stack, but also for the balance of plant components. Also the integrators, they need mass production behind. And it's initially, you have to find the right companies with the ability for mass production, with the right quality, because you need high quality devices, liable parts, because then you have efficient and cost efficient systems out there. And I think to find the right partners, that the right partners have the investment, motivation, plus for sure the know-how, because sometimes it's totally new technology to ramp up this mass production. I think this is where cost also can be dramatically reduced.
Thank you very much. Thank you for that insight. So Bosch is a global player. So what can you tell me about the story of global demand, especially considering that different market regions will have different needs and different attitudes towards low carbon hydrogen?
I would say generally you're right. So there is no global number. Yeah? You have really to differentiate between certain regions. Let me give you some examples. So let's start in Middle East. In Middle East, for example, there are some countries, they have very low OPEX for the renewable energy. Like they have countries like Oman, for example, they have wind and solar in parallel. Yeah? So there will be cheap cost, and for green hydrogen because of this low OPEX. Yeah? So that's a big driver to produce terawatt hours, a lot of terawatt hours per year in a country like Oman or in Saudi Arabia or UAE, for example. Yeah? So that's one driver, and for sure where we see a lot of activities. Yeah? Then let's move to Europe. Europe has a certain plan. It's set in Brussels. There are plans behind. We have seen the second wave of the hydrogen bank now, where there's more than 1 billion again for subsidies. So I think there's also a big demand to be green. Yeah? So that's a big topic. In the US or North America, it's not only US, it's also Canada. I think Canada is also very important because they already have a lot of green energy because of the hydropower. There are big drivers and also some subsidies from the governments. And last but not least, maybe two examples. It's South America. They are rich also on green electricity, which can be converted to green hydrogen. Plus, I would like also to mention Australia. There's also a lot of push from the government to bring this green hydrogen alive. So some examples, and some I would say there is no way to stop the hydrogen economy, the green hydrogen economy. I'm a fan of green hydrogen. And there are different detailed drivers in certain regions, but these regions as an example.
Okay, well, thank you so much for this fantastic conversation, and it was lovely to meet you. Thank you.
Anna, thank you so much. Bye-bye.